Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. And today I'm using Spellbinder's 3D embossing folders with vellum. And then I'm coloring it with oxide inks. So it's quite fun and very beautiful. The folders are lovely. So stay with me and I will show you how to make it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to get them. Often at this size, you're getting sort of the manila type pages. So you can fasten the newspaper to those. But I'll see what they are.
All right.
Okay. No problem.
So I've used 3 different embossing folders here. I'm just going to be coloring one because it does take a while. So this one is called Beautiful Blooms. And it is this one here. So you can see how lovely it is. All right, and then, so that's Beautiful Blooms. And then this one is called 4 Petal Floral. And it's lovely. And this is the card I made. I made a little shaker using the 4 petal dies. So it's very pretty. So that's the 4 petal. And then this one I love. It's called Flower Frenzy. You can see all the flowers there. And then this is the card. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start off with my vellum. And here's my vellum. I've embossed it, and you can see that it's very 3D. Now, when you're using your vellum, you don't want anything that's too heavy, because the heavier the vellum, it'll crack. Right? This is a 40-pound vellum, and there was a little bit of cracking on some of them, but not, it was very easy to fix. So that's that. All right. So I am using Distress Oxide inks. So I'm going to be using Wilted Violet, Peacock Feathers, Salty Ocean, Mustard Seed, Mowed Lawn, and Picked Raspberry, and then Cracked Pistachio. Now I'm not sure, I don't think I used those 2, but I used these ones. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to color the back. So the back of it is going to be Cracked Pistachio. And actually, I think that's wrong. That's not what I used on the back. I used on the back Salty Ocean. All right, let's get my brush. Pretty sure that's what I used. It looks like I used Cracked Pistachio, but maybe I used Peacock Feathers. No, it looks pretty blue to me. So I'm taking this ink and I'm going all over the back of my vellum. Okay. Now I am going to be cutting this down, so I'm not going to worry about the sides. I just want to get a nice blue background on my vellum. Okay, because I'm going to be cutting it down to 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. The reason I'm doing it quite dark is because when you flip it over, it's not going to look as dark. See that? All right, now I'm going to work on the front. So I am going to use this little brush. Now, Paintbrush has come out with some brushes, which I can hardly wait for because they are fantastic for doing small areas. So here I'm just going to go over top of these larger flowers. And I'm going to try and work as fast as I can so this video isn't too long. So it's just kind of catching them because they are raised, right? I'm just doing the larger flowers. There we go. Just get them all. And so this is picked raspberry. I think I got them all. I can always go back. Now there's other ways, of course, you can do vellum. You can watercolor it. You can use markers on it. You can do it from the top. You can do it from the back. Because I colored my whole back in, I'm just going to do it like that.
You can also use alcohol ink.
Yes, you can use alcohol ink on it because it's a non-porous. Okay, now I'm going to take my green and I'm just going to take my mowed lawn here and I'm just going to flick it over top of my leaves because it's just going to catch. See how it's just catching the leaves. And that's what I want. I switched to the sponge. The dome sponge because it just kind of hits the leaves and that's what I want to do. So I'm using brush. I'm using a blending foam. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to use a little brush. So what I did was I just cut off some paintbrushes because I just want to use a tiny little brush. So I just kind of made them into a stencil brush. And then I'm going to come in and do these little flowers, purple. So cutting off a paintbrush, see how I just cut it off and made it into a little stencil brush. So now I'm just coming in and doing these 4-petal flowers purple. That's a 5-power. I just think it's so pretty. So I'll just do those up. See how the leaves picked up the green quite nicely? Where else? We have quite a few of the Spellbinders 3D embossing folders. And the 3D, the depth of the embossed image is lovely on these. All right, almost done. Okay, and then I have, make sure I got them all. And then I have my tulips. And I thought I'd bring in another color and I'm going to use yellow. Now, again, I'm going to use my, where did my lid go? I'm using a paintbrush. So I just cut off a paintbrush and then I'm just going to go in with, what is this one? Mustard seed. And I'm just going to color in the little buds here. There we go. It's so pretty. All right. Just going to go back with that purple and see if I missed any. Okay, looks pretty good there. Now there's a bit of green here that I want to flick on. And I think we're good. Look how pretty that looks. See that? All right, so I used mustard seed. I used picked raspberry. I used wilted violet, mowed lawn, and for the background, I used salty ocean. All right. Now I'm going to take that. And I am going to cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to clean my hands off here. It's very, very pretty. Looks better in real life. And then I'm just going to put it on to the white. And then I'm going to put it on here. Okay. Now you can add glue on this. And it really doesn't show through. So it's easy to attach with the liquid glue. Put that on to the white. Okay. And then I'm just going to press that down. And you don't even see the glue underneath there at all. See that? So pretty. Then I thought I'd pick up the green color in the leaves. So this is the entire folder. So the embossing folder is like a 5 by, you can put it on a 5 by 7 card. So that's what I've done here. I've made a 5 by 7 card. And then I'm just going to put this on top, like so. Okay.
And you can get refill page protectors in packages. Yes, I have to order it in. But I
find liquid glue works best because then you can push it down into the grooves of the embossed image.
Yeah, choices. So the book is 45, and a pack of 5 refill pages is $8.29.
Okay, so there, so this really picks up nicely on the green, and then you have that blue background. This one I must have used, I can see the dark blue, but I didn't do it as dark. But of course, they're all going to turn out different, right? They'll all turn out different. Okay. And then I have my birthday wishes. This is a mama elephant. And I've got about 3 layers of it on here.
If I find anything else interesting, I'll let you know. I think we will be putting a card in today, but it's like 10 days.
Okay. And I'll just put that on there. Now, the other thing I did was I took some jewels.
Okay. Yes.
To give it some sparkle.
Actually say it says it holds the pages up to 11 and a half by 14 and a half. So it's a little scant, but.
Okay, and then I just put them in the centers of the larger flowers.
Yeah, have a look at your pages. Okay.
So I'm just going to
Okay. Bye-bye.
put them in there. All right. And then that really gives some shine to it and sparkle. So you can see it actually quite quick to do. And so effective. I love the results of it. I'm going to put one here. I'm just using the smallest ones. There we go. I mean, you could put them on everyone if you wanted, but I'm just doing the larger ones. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Look at the nice sparkle. It's so pretty. But, I mean, it just looks way prettier in person. All right. Okay, now get all those put away. So these are the Pink Fresh Glacier jewels. They give a real nice iridescent shine. So for this one, I used Flower Frenzy, which is a 3D folder. And this one, again, is the 4-petal floral, which turned out really nice. Now, this is a really nice frame that you can make a little shaker out of, or I've used it, you can make, Jennifer used it and she made a card, like a shaped card using the larger one. There's got to be eight different shapes in it. Okay, so that's that one, and it's called 4-petal floral. And then this one is so pretty, and this one is called Beautiful Blooms. Now on each card, I used the embossing folder for the background, just to put some detail and fun on it. Okay. All right. So that's that for today. All right. Tomorrow, I've had this stamp in my stash, and I haven't used it, and I wanted to. So this is the new Pull and Pop.
Okay, they also have some that are 12 and 1/8 by 16 and 3/8.
Interactive die from Lawn Fawn. Isn't this adorable? Beam me up some fun. And then it goes down. So it goes in the card like this. So we have our little beam. I've got a little monster in there. And then you just pull this up and it pops up because he's beaming up. I love it. I won't tell you how many times I've played with it. So tomorrow I'm going to show you how to make this one. And then that's Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to make this one. I'm doing a little background with some inks and some distress spray. And I'm using the new camera one from Dress My Crafts. So I thought this was a cute card. And then on Friday, we got these new dies from Mama Elephant. And so this thank you is beautiful. So I've used a thank you and made a circle around there. And then this one is the evergreen tree. And with the thank you for being so thoughtful. And I thought those are two cute dies. And then this one is the froggy die from Mama Elephant with the thank you. And Brooklyn did this coloring. Look how good the coloring is. It was sitting on my desk, and I thought, oh, I don't need to color that. Hers is so good. So she colored this card, and I think she did a great one. So Wednesday, my little pop and pull, so cute. Love it. Thursday, we're doing some ink smooshing and some spray. And then Friday, I'm going to make these two thank you cards, which I love. Just love them. All right. We're waiting for 2 orders to come in. And otherwise, I'd be showing you some new stuff. These kits will be ready today. Well, let's say tomorrow. So this is the new card that I had to make because the other one there was too much cutting on it. Okay, so this is the one where you use 1 sheet of paper and there's 5 cards. I also had to change the sentiments because I couldn't use the stamp sentiments that were by Pinkbrush. I had to use my own. So here are the 5 cards. All right, so this kit will be ready tomorrow, and it's $15. Okay, a lot of you have already requested it, but if you haven't requested it, just let me know, and they'll be all ready for tomorrow. Okay. All right, so that's that. Okay, I hope you try this. I think it's very, very pretty and fun to do. 3D embossing folders are great. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for my Beam Me Up card. Bye-bye.